Namaste, welcome back to UD's quickest movie reviews. As always, this is Udai back with some wonderful filmmakers and their work that we are going to review in our show. Before we start, let us thank all those wonderful subscribers who have been supporting us so much. And if you are new to our show and not yet subscribed us, now is the right time to hit that subscribe and the bell icon so that you can be in the loop. We request you to share our program as much as possible so that we can reach all the filmmakers. Because somewhere we believe there is some talented filmmaker who have been waiting to showcase his wonderful film to be reviewed and to be viewed by a wonderful audience like you. With that note, let's start our program. Let us start our first episode of February with a screen time of 8 minutes 36 seconds, a Tamil short drama posted on Pencil YouTube channel. Our first movie on UD's quickest movie reviews is Soothiram Pesathe. The movie basically starts in a restaurant where the sister and her brother are waiting for someone, maybe boyfriend of this girl. And somewhere far away, there is a father who is waiting for someone to arrive. And finally, this guy arrives. So both the places, these guardians start interviewing these guys. It is so funny that no matter what answers that these young boys give to these guardians, they manage to find a way to be not satisfied with this guy's social status or their idea that they want to implement in their life. So what happens next? How will these guys convince these parents? Or how will this universal youth problem of India gonna end? It's a very funny ending given to this story. So coming to the tech details, written, directed and edited by Mr. Karunai Anandan, thought of the story may look funny and the way it is composed may be a bit plain. But the story represents the very narrow minds of the society and how we often demotivate the youth. So when it comes to story, the story is well written, no doubt about it. But then I cannot say same about the editing part. Editing was a bit jazzy and there were a lot of jerks when the transitions were happening. Though I must say cuts were very good, but then the way you wanted to jump to the next scene was not that smooth and it was not easy for my eye to go with the flow. Apart from this, the color. Because you are in two different locations, it is very important that you try to balance color. In this case, I really doubt if the makers have really given importance to the color. I'm sure with a little bit of color grading, this movie would have reached to the next level. Coming to the camera, Mr. Muthu C is the man behind the lens. He did manage to give some wonderful frames, as I told. He should have taken a little bit more care about exposure in two different locations and try to balance light in both the locations. He had a lot of scope to experiment with the focus and he could have tried a little bit of motion shots, but then whatever he did, it was decent. To conclude, this film has a great thought process. It is thought-provoking and it is a representation of narrow-mindedness of our society. With a bit more effort, I'm sure they could have done this movie much better. I hope they update their skills and produce more thought-provoking movies like these. Hoping to see more films from this team. Here at UD's quickest movie reviews, we rate the film a 3.5 star in our show. All the best.
Soothiram Pesathe. சூத்திரம் பேசாதேங்கிற ஒரு கான்செப்டில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு 2 லவ்வர்ஸ் இருக்காங்க. அதில் ஒரு பொண்ணோட அண்ணன் ஒரு ரெஸ்டாரண்ட்டில் மாப்பிள்ளையை மீட் பண்ணுறாங்க. பேரலாக இன்னொன்று கப்பலோட அப்பா மாப்பிள்ளையை மீட் பண்ணுறாங்க. அங்கே அவங்க அவங்களோட ஃப்யூச்சர் ஆஃப் த மேரேஜை பற்றி டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க. நிறைய கான்வர்சேஷன் பில்டப் ஆகுது, இமோஷன்ஸ் பில்டப் ஆகுது. இதுக்கப்புறம் என்ன பேசினாங்க, என்ன நடக்கும், என்ன முடிவு, இதுதான் ரெஸ்ட் ஆஃப் த ஸ்டோரி சொல்ல போச்சுன்னா ரொம்ப சிம்பிளாக இருக்கு. பட் சிம்பிளாக இருந்தாலும் பார்க்கறதுக்கு குளிர்ச்சியாக இருக்கு. ஒரு சில இடத்துல கொஞ்சம் ஆக்டிங் கொஞ்சம் ஆர்டிஃபிஷியலாக தெரிகிறது. ஆனால் ஓவராலாக மூவின்ட்டு பார்த்தா உங்களுக்கு கொஞ்சம் சாட்டிஸ்ஃபேக்ஷன் இருக்கும் இந்த மூவியை பார்த்துட்டு. ஏன்னா இது எல்லாரும் ஒரு ஃபேஸ், அதை கடந்து வர ஒரு ஃபேஸ், அதை தான் இவங்க காட்டியிருக்காங்க நேச்சுரலாக. ஸோ ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்காக உங்களுக்கு அது லிங்க் ஆகும் எங்கள் மூவியோட. பட் இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் எடுத்திருக்கலாமோ, ரொம்ப சிம்பிளாக போயிட்டோ அப்படின்னு கேள்விகள் வரும். பட் முன்னாடியே சொன்ன மாதிரி இட் மேக்ஸ் இட் அது ஒரு கம்ப்ளீட் ஹோல் சாட்டிஸ்ஃபைடு எண்ட் உங்களுக்கு கொடுக்கும். இதோட என்னோட ரேட்டிங் இந்த மூவிக்கு 2.5 out of 5. குட் லக்.
So the next movie that we are going to review in today's quickest movie review is, with the screen time of 2 minutes 4 seconds, a quick movie posted on Alchemist YouTube channel is Limbo. Limbo is a psychological experimental movie about alien hunt. It is a very unique concept. Nothing like any other movie that we reviewed in our show so far. As it is a quick movie, I cannot give out much details about the storyline. So, let's get into the tech details. I see the movie is totally a one-man show. As I see, the story is conceived and directed by Mr. Jeffin. The film is one of the most unique concepts I have seen in quick movie category. One of the best things about this film is the way its narration is composed. Imagine when a writer is emphasizing a ceiling fan into something extraordinary out of this world. That, my dear friends, is the skill of the writer to take you to his world. It takes a lot of imagination and creativity to look at most simplest things and reintroduce you those things into something magical that you could never imagine. The film looks decent. But then, when it comes to appreciating the tech part, I would always say more than any other department, it is the direction and writer's composition that will not disappoint you while watching this film. However, if we are talking about the film itself and the technical part, I think they could have done much better job in editing and camera departments. I think with more skilled team, Jeff can produce much better outputs than these. Wishing you all the best. We here at UD's Quickest Movie Reviews rate this film a 3-star in our show. All the best.
Limbo is a short, quick movie where the genre is about a psychological genre. It's about a writer who lets us know some weird or some discoveries or inventions or the path or the thinking where he is taking through. What is it? What is his telling about is the story. The concept wise is a bit complicated since as a general audience you won't understand what exactly the director wanted to ask or wanted to convey. However, if you watch this movie a multiple time, you can understand the gist or the concept of the movie very clearly. Camera, editing and other aspects did their part well under the scope which has been given in this movie. It could have been better, but it definitely did its part. With this, I rate Limbo a 2.5 out of 5. Good luck.
Now to the next movie. With a screen time of 7 minutes 3 seconds, a Hindi short film hosted on Ankit Creations YouTube channel is Fear. The film starts in a thick jungle where this masked man is trying to hunt a young guy. And the young guy is desperately trying to save his life and trying to escape from this forest. In the process, the young guy falls out of a cliff and hurts his leg. So the masked man now is before this person. What happens next? Will the masked man kill this fellow? Who is this masked man? Why is he after this young guy? A lot many questions will be answered at the climax. The film is written and directed by Mr. Ernest Simra. Until we overcome our fear, we are never free is the theme of the film, and the makers made sure that they stick to this particular line till the end. The film is well written and the voiceovers were very effective. The final twist given in the film worked out so nicely, resulting the audience to enjoy the thrill till the last minute of the film. However, I personally think the film should have been cut much crispy, as 7 minutes was a bit too lengthy for films of this genre. Now to the camera. Mr. Sachin Halkonde, the DOP of the film, did give some very nice shots. The film constantly looked more towards orangish, and as this was shot in a jungle, I think a cool color would have worked more than warm colors. Apart from that, I really enjoyed and loved those angles the DOP chose. That follow track shots or focus full shots are most of the times the suggestive angle shots were wonderfully done. The motion shots and the track shots, no doubt, are the highlights of this movie. Editing of the film is done by Shock Film. The track shots are handled very effectively, but as I told, the film's color really is too warm to watch. To end with, this is a very nicely done thriller action film. Hope to see much more action-packed films from this team. Here at UD's Quickest Movie Reviews, we rate Fear a 3.5 star in our show. All the best.
Fear. Fear is a movie where a person is running into bushes and is being chased by a guy who is trying to kill him. Why? What happens is the rest of the story. The storyline is too predictive, as we have seen n number of this kind of narration under this kind of concept which is being chosen by this particular director, which sometimes feel like it's kind of a remake than watching a movie or a film. The director could have given this same concept in a different narrative, which could have been more interesting to watch out for, and that could have been a standalone part of this movie as well. That's what I felt once I saw this movie, since right from the first frame till the last frame you can predict, or in other words, as soon as the movie starts, you know what the director is going to tell at the end of the frame or the film. So, which completely lets down as an audience. With this, I rate Fear 1 out of 5. Good luck.
Now to the last movie of the episode. But before that, if you are new to our channel and haven't yet subscribed to our channel, now is the right time to hit that subscribe and the bell icon. If you already subscribed to our channel, then now is the time to hit the share button and share our program so that it can reach all those filmmakers out there. Kanavin, Kalpam is a Tamil short loud drama hosted on Challenge Buzz YouTube channel. With a screen time of 29 minutes 58 seconds, the film is a cinematic love breakup story revolving around a couple who are about to get away from each other. Though the film looks very fresh, a bit old storyline and a very long screen time will make you feel this film looks slow. The movie starts with this couple meeting at a beach accidentally. The girl is a fashion designer and the guy is an animation cartoon artist who is trying to make his career in cartoon animation industry. Over a period of time, these two people get close through chatting. And after a lot of chat, they decide to meet one day. And let's say it is a date. And the day they meet, unfortunately, nothing goes according to their plan. And that is when they realize that they are not compatible to each other. And in a very friendly manner, they decide to break up and move on. After a given time, both start concentrating on their careers. And that is when the guy gets a job in Japan. He gets to work for this huge animation company. And that is when hero recalls this girl. And incidentally, even girl gets a job in some foreign country. And while they exchange their good news, they finally decide to meet one last time and spend quality time together. Now, what happens next? Will they go to this date? And if they do, what will they do? Will they rediscover their relationship? If they do, how is this going to affect their careers? All these questions will be answered in the climax. And trust me, the climax is the most fresh and most practical climax I've ever seen in a love story. Now coming to the tech details. Written and directed by Mr. Manoj Kumar E, the film is really very fresh looking flick. The storyline is good and these filmmakers made sure they take care of every single aspect that can make this film look cinematically sound. The only thing that was maybe ignored a bit is the dub sync of this film. Most often, the dubbing was not in sync with the lip movement of these actors, and that can be notable because the film looks so rich and everything is so sharp that even the slightest unsync of the sound is easily notable. Arun Vijay, the man behind the lens, made sure that this film should not look anything less than a commercial mainstream film. Wonderful frames, very nice lighting, and a super prospected angles make this film look as rich as possible. Now, the editing and the DI of the film is done by Mr. Manoj, he sure took this film to the next level. The cuts he chose, the transitions and the color layouts he used are so pleasant. It really gives you that freshness of the film. If only the film was cut a bit short and the dubbing was taken care of, I'm sure this movie was nothing less than a mainstream high quality cinema. I'm sure the whole team is well skilled and are going to produce some wonderful outputs in coming days. I cannot wait to see them in our program. Appreciating the whole team, here at UD's Quickest Movie Reviews, we rate the film a 4-star in our show. All the best.
கனவங்கள் கல்பம். இந்த கதையை எடுத்துக்கிட்டோன்னா ஒரு அருமையான ஒரு லவ் கான்செப்டானது, ஒரு ரொமான்டிக்கான ஒரு கான்செப்ட். இது ஸ்டார்டிங் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு 2 இண்டிவிஜுவல்ஸ் பீச்சில் இருப்பாங்க. அவங்க அங்கே மீட் பண்ணுறாங்க. ஒருத்தங்க வந்து அஸ்ட்ராலஜியில் பிலீவ் பண்ணுறாங்க, இன்னொருத்தங்க அதில் பிலீவ் இல்லை. ஸோ தேர் ஆர் கம்மிங் ஃப்ரம் 2 different separate worlds. they meet together சொல்லலாம். அண்ட் முதல்ல அந்த மீட்டிங் ஒரு நல்ல ஒரு ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஷிப் ஆகிறது, பின்ன அது ஒரு ரிலேஷன்ஷிப்பாக டெவலப் ஆகுது. அதுக்கப்புறம் என்ன நடக்கும், அதுதான் வந்து இதோட கதை. கான்செப்ட் வந்து ரொம்ப ஃப்ரெஷ்ஷாக தெரிகிறது. இன் அதர் வேர்ட்ஸ், விஷுவலாக பார்க்கும்போது கொஞ்சம் ஃப்ரெஷ்ஷாக தெரியுது. ஸோ தி கிரெடிட் கோஸ் டு தி சினிமாட்டோகிராஃபர் ஆஸ் வெல் அஸ் தி எடிட்டர். ஏன்னா அதை வந்து என்ன வேணுமோ அதை விஷுவலாக கொஞ்சம் ஃப்ரெஷ்ஷாக கொடுத்தது ரொம்ப சிறப்பான விஷயம். கொஞ்சம் ஸ்க்ரீன் பிளேயில் லேக் இருக்குது, அதனால உங்களால் முழுசாக அதை பார்க்கணுமோ, கொஞ்சம் இழுத்துட்ருக்கோம் கதை அப்படின்ட்டு ஒரு ஃபீல் எல்லாம் வரும். பட் அந்த ஒரு ஃப்ரெஷ்னஸ் எப்போவுமே அந்த ஒரு ஃப்ரேமில் இருக்கிறதுனால மேபி அது வந்து இந்த ஃபிலிமை சேவ் பண்ணியிருக்கலாம். காஸ்டிங் ரொம்ப பெருசு இல்லை, பட் அவங்களோட பார்ட் என்ன பண்ணிடணுமோ அதை பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. வித் திஸ் ஐ ரேட் கனவுங்கள் கல்பம் a 2.5 out of 5. Good luck.
So guys, that brings us to the end of the show. Before we go, I would like to remind you that you can watch all these movies that we have just reviewed by hitting the link in our description. We would love you to watch all these movies and write to us what do you think about these movies. What is your rating for these movies? And if you are a filmmaker yourself and want us to review your film, it is very easy. You just have to inbox us in any social platform by writing us that we can review your film and sending us a link of your film. That again is a link that we will be providing in our description when we review your film. Once the links are sent, there is one team member who will take care of noting all these links in an Excel sheet, and then the links are sent to proper people, and that is when they will select some links and they are going to send us. We watch it, we make a notes out of it, we take that particular notes and make a script out of it. And script is short, and only after I edit my part I'll receive Mr. Venky's video. That is why the rating what I give is not same as Venky's rating, because we want it to be as genuinely presented as possible. This is the procedure, guys. Why did I explain this? Few of my very good friends sent me a channel link and said, sir, you can choose any movie from this channel, you can review any movie. Unfortunately, that is a bit tough thing for us. At any given point of time, we have 600 movies in buffer. We still have to watch those 600 movies. So you should understand that We have to watch these movies, we have to make a script out of it, we have to constantly shoot this, and we are trying as hard as possible not to miss our Friday deadline. I'm sure you understood the procedure, and I'm sure you are going to support us. As always, thanks to Mr. Venkatesh for being our special reviewer of the day. So that's it for this week, guys. Let's meet next week with more talented filmmakers and their wonderful films that we are going to review in our show. Till then, this is me, Udai, signing off. Namaskar.